Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to look at the bulk edit feature which is available for list view controls used in a form-based application. Using this feature, an end user can simultaneously edit multiple rows and save it back to the AgilePoint data entity without having to open each record's edit page. Please note that this feature is available only if you are using data entity as a data source for your form-based application. It is not available for external data sources like Salesforce or SharePoint because in that case it will be dependent on the performance of the APIs of those external systems. With AgilePoint data entity, because those APIs belong to AgilePoint, those have been fine-tuned for a bulk edit experience. So let's look at this in action. I'm going to click on Build Apps. And I have a view form over here which shows all items. So I have a list view control over here. If I put it in edit mode and go to configure, you'll see a little bit of change in the way columns are specified. I'm going to cover that in a minute. But if you see at the bottom, you see one option, allow bulk edit. So if this option is enabled, and as I said, this is going to be only available for data, and if you are using data entity as a data source and you check this, you can edit multiple rows simultaneously. But at the column level as well, you can control the behavior. So you see there are two new fields which you will see over here, two new properties. One is width. So you can precisely specify what is the width of the column in a list view. Also, whether it is enabled for bulk edit in a list view or not. So you can control it at a column level as well. For example, if you have 20 columns in your list view and you want only 5 of them to be enabled in bulk edit mode, then you can uncheck this checkbox for other ones. By default, it is checked for each of the controls which are visible in a list view control. So let's look at this in action. I'm going to go to Work Center, go to My Apps. I'm going to use this sample application over here. Shows me there are two rows right now. I'm going to actually put this in a bulk edit mode. I could have opened each and individual record from the using the edit option, but that would have taken too much time to edit these records. So I'm going to use a bulk edit. It throws this into a bulk edit mode, and if I click on any of the columns, it brings up an editor for that particular column type. So for example, if it is a date field, it shows me a date picker. If it is a number or a decimal field, you can change the values using a number picker. So I am editing multiple records. If it is a date time field, you see date time. If it is an text-based field like an email field or a text box, so you see a text box experience. You can also resize these. So you saw the default width which I gave, but if it is not enough, you can always resize these as well. And what you're seeing is there is a horizontal scroll. So you are no longer limited to the number of columns which you can put in a list view. You can put as many as you want, and there is a horizontal scroll over here. I'm going to go to people picker. I'm going to clean this up, and I'll say pick a different user, in this case called Nishant1, for example. Or if it is a pick list, you can see a pick list over here. Now once I'm done, I can hit save. If I wanted to cancel the changes done to these records, I can do that by hitting cancel. Or if I want to persist it, I can just click on this update record. It refreshes the UI, and as you can see, changes which I did in both the rows have been persisted. So with this feature, people can edit multiple records at the same time without having to open individual records in an edit page experience. Thanks a lot for your time.